Blue Mountain Hike by Debisha S. A. Grant. An annual event, the 3-day Blue Mountain camping trip kept Taika on a high for weeks. An event that only a select few were allowed to attend, and she could not believe that she had been chosen. When she arrived at the pickup area, she saw that 40 students were present, not including the coaches and other adults invited along for the excursion. They arrived at Mavis Bank at 5 p.m. Friday evening, and Taika, like all the other newcomers, was bursting with the knowledge that she would finally experience what she had heard about on numerous occasions. Next year, she would be telling the tales. During the 7-hour wait, they were instructed by Sean to repack in order to make space in their bags to carry food, evoking complaints from many. As the time drew nearer to 12 midnight, the departure time, the feeling of anxiety and excitement intensified. They were put in 3 groups, and armed with flashlights, their only protection against the dark of night, they set off on their estimated 6-hour journey. They set off downhill, and Taika began to wonder if the stories she had heard about the strenuous uphill climb had not been exaggerated. The atmosphere was festive, filled with the sound of laughter and chatter. Their first obstacle was a river with only a fallen tree stretching from bank to bank, sparse boulders within their only means of reaching the other side. That hurdle overcome, they began their uphill journey. Uphill, and uphill, and uphill they went, and uphill still. The more they ascended, the cooler the air got, cooling down their tired, hot, and weary bodies. With each light Taika saw, she hoped that they had reached. After the first 2 hours, the realization set in that they still had a long way to go. Leaving the houses and lights behind, the night sounds set in. The rushing of a stream in the distance, the chirping of crickets, the rush of breeze through the tall willow and spruce trees, the sound of dragging feet, tired and weary. After 4 hours, and without realizing it, Taika began the climb of the famous Jacob's Ladder, a mini mountain in itself. With the faint light of the approaching dawn, the first trees that make the world-renowned Blue Mountain coffee were seen, and also the first set of signs to campers. Taika kicked into autopilot, walking only because she knew that she had to, and if she did not, she would be left behind, feeling like each step would be her last. Almost at the top, she caught up with the others who had stopped at a lookout rest spot overlooking Kingston. The view was exquisitely breathtaking. Kingston, Papine, and miles of green, lush coffee and other trees laying below, with the first ray of dawn barely touching the towns. After a 15-minute rest and snack break, they were all refreshed and rearing to go. Reaching the top of Jacob's Ladder, Breezy Gully was pointed out to them. Upon hearing that they had about 45 minutes, an hour at most to go, Taika began to walk faster, anticipation giving extra strength. Welcome to Portland Gap. Bunkhouse is to the left. Taika could not believe it. She read the sign twice. With a burst of energy, all the previous weariness was forgotten and she took off at a run. Reaching the bunkhouse, she was told to take a bed and fall in. And after finding an appropriate bunk, she settled in. I made it. I reached, thought Taika, right before she fell asleep.